sky's always yellow in rain or shine.
Come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania.
Hello everyone, this is Tasmania, Search for the Lost Seabirds, for the Sega Game Gear, released in 1992. You've got to make your way through the levels, find the egg of some prehistoric bird. There's this level, you have to try and roll down this hill and avoid the boulder, or bomb or whatever the heck it is. Indiana Jones type. You can go faster when you're spinning, but the problem is the spin actually loses your energy. So once you've run out of energy, that's it. And the bomb can move faster than you can, which means this level is quite frankly an absolute chore. Despite the fact this is the first level, this really is an absolute flipping task. There's food and water that will restore your energy. The problem is he just takes his time blooming eating and drinking it, by which time the flipping bomb has caught up with you. Half the levels in this game are just bits like this. There's one with a mine cart, and there's one on a river or something. There are 9 levels. You don't get any actual free-roaming platform levels till about level 6. I think the problem with a lot of Game Gear games was that they tried to do Game Gear versions of Sega Genesis Mega Drive games or Saturn games, and the Game Gear just didn't have the technology for it. It's like the days of the old 8-bit computers. The best games on them were the games that were actually made with the computer in mind, instead of trying to put an arcade game into a computer with 48k of memory and 8 colours. Now I think there were some good arcade conversions. I mean, you get kids play the arcade version, then they get the 8-bit version for their 8-bit computer, and the computer's inadequacies become all too obvious. It's asking for trouble, really. I presume you need to be spinning to jump across that. The jumps in this game really are difficult to pull off, as the controls in this are just so sluggish. Don't know whether you've ever seen Tasmania, cartoon series. One of these cartoon series that anyone can watch, really. I think that's a sign of a good kids TV series. Anyone can watch it. Some of the voices in that seem to be based on famous film stars. That Wendell T. Wolf sounds like Woody Allen. I think his dad's voice is based on Bing Crosby or someone. You'll just spend forever messing about with this. The problem is he just keeps getting tired out. And I mean, if you have to stop for food, that slows you down even more. Oh, so we go again. He can't spin. So if that thing comes at you, basically he's stuffed. Oh no, that stupid little sod up there was making rocks fall on him. Or was that a bush rat or something? No, you can't jump over it. Apart from anything else, his jumps are just so flipping lethargic. This game at least looks nice. I mean, it's a title screen back then. The background's okay and he at least looks like Taz. And once you start moving, it's all downhill from there on. That turkey back there just exploded for some reason. This bottle of water at least restores some of his energy. I mean, if you can't find any more energy, then it's basically good night, sleep tight and all that old butter pats. Oh, this is what I mean. If you try and eat that turkey, he just stands there for about half an hour eating it, by which time he gets crushed. So now you've got to spin with hardly any energy. So the energy runs out quickly and you get crushed anyway. There doesn't seem to be a lot of thought gone into this. Later on there's an iceberg stage. You're sliding along and you have to make absolutely precision jumps. I tell you, this game is kind of Bad Cat levels of frustrating sub-games. If you've never played Bad Cat, then don't bother. Not unless you want to end up sewing yourself through the window, then spending the rest of your life wandering around the park in a raincoat that stinks of piss, showing people a dead squirrel. No matter how many times I play this, I just cannot get anywhere with it. The controls and the jumps are just slow and unresponsive. He keeps running out of energy every time you spin, which means you have to stop and eat food so you lose time. It's just too much of a stupid idea, to be quite honest. And it doesn't get any better. Half this game just seems to be a lot of unconnected sub-games, which quite often tends to be the case when a computer game developing company get the license to a film or TV series and they haven't got the first idea what to do with it. Anyway, Crash Bandicoot did this kind of escape from the giant boulder Indiana Jones type level much better. And this really is one of those games where you'll end up throwing the console out the window, because it is just tedious, frustrating and no fun whatsoever. Kids who were fans of the TV series who bought this must have felt absolutely ripped off, because it has got absolutely bugger all to do with the TV series. It's like a lot of these kinds of games, it's just a rubbish cash-in. I'm pretty sure I know what Taz would say if he was here. Taz rubbish computer game. I'm not an impressionist, if you hadn't guessed.
And the perverted